Well, hello, and welcome into the tree hive in the sky this evening with your happiness navigator, Pollinator of Positivity, woman wizard. That's me, Melissa Mojo Bee, and Dharma is also purring around here. Let's see if we can give her a seat. Dharma, would you like to come sit? We're just going to have a nice little buzz in tonight, share a little sweetness, and pull a couple cards. Let's see if we have room for Dharma here. Dharma. Come on up here, Dharma. Dharma would like to read some cards, wouldn't you, Dharma the Reiki Master Cat? Hello, everyone. We're just buzzing in here at the tree hive in the sky. We're going to pull some cards. If you see a deck that you would like us to check, we'll do that for you. Dharma, would you like to come right up into the center of things? She's like, really, Mom? Really? Yes, Dharma, really. Perhaps we will pull some charms as well, and we will use the magic of music and of the rainbow, which is also the chakras, to ground our energy and also bring it up. And we also have this beautiful selenite. Bring that energy up and in as well. Reiki Master trained, and we fondly think of it as cosmic rainbow energy. Bringing that energy in for you, fellow wizards. Dharma the Reiki Master Cat is here with us as well. We're sending out great vibrations to you and the whole collective from here in the tree hive in the sky in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We're going to use our magic box here that has the crow or the raven, and inside a bunch of charms, divination dice. We also have this beautiful bowl, and we will catch our divination charms and dice in this bowl. So, let's first pull a card or two. Let's go with the magical messages from the fairies. Oh, and there's Dharma to say hello. Hi, Dharma. We have our little bee wizard and our fairy friend. And Dharma. As we pull some messages here from the fairies. At the very back here it says, express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you are awesome. I love this one. And I like how the ring light is kind of bringing in the full moon energy on this forward-facing view here at the tree hive in the sky. So let's pull a couple more from the messages of the fairies deck. And probably get another visit from Dharma because she loves the energy. And the energy is right here. And thank you for sharing your magic as we come together and shine. We make things brighter for not only ourselves, the people that we affect, but also for the whole collective. And speaking of the collective, here we have ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. It's so important to communicate our needs clearly, to make those wishes known. You know, he's got his dandelion, this beautiful little fairy, perhaps the masculine needing to come out and say, you know, we all have feminine and masculine in us. So the masculine part, or party, needing to just come out and say, what's going on? What do we need from the other person? We're allowed to ask for what we want and need, both in the masculine and feminine energies. We're allowed to make those wishes known, because those are, in fact, also needs. And they are what we need for our best and highest timelines. So let's express those desires as positives. Ask for what we want and release the need for it to come exactly how we perceive it to need to come, but always just easily and openly accepted the response. But we can ask for what we need. Let's see what else are magical messages from the fairies has to say. Sun. The sun is watched over and protected as he explores his world. So I feel like that's also, again, about that masculine child, whether it's actually a son or that little inner masculine child that actually wants and needs to have their wishes respected and protected, and to know that we're doing that protecting for ourselves and for others. We're protecting safe spaces for communication and for expansion. So I love how those two cards relate when we see this one here, ask for what you want. And that, again, that sort of masculine inner child feeling safe to say exactly what's going on, be transparent. And this one saying the sun, again, perhaps the inner child, masculine, knowing that they are protected and watched over as we travel this dimension. Let's pull one more. We're sort of hugging you all right now. Hugging the camera. There we go. Then winter. The answers to our prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. So how lovely to know that as we express our wishes, and we know that we're protected and watched over, both the masculine and feminine sides of us, we can know that in this winter months ahead, here at least in the Northern Hemisphere, that these things will be realized more and more, that we are safe to be able to express our truth, to be able to express what we need. And sometimes expressing what we need is also expressing our boundaries. And that will all be accepted. And in fact, anything that doesn't respect that will be redirected, so that we can be clear as the winter months are about to appear in this violet color, the crown chakra represented here, and the white light, which is actually rainbow light illuminated. And knowing that we are able to access the full spectrum of energy and appreciate all of the emotions and everything that comes in between, you know, happiness and sadness, between anger and peace. And as we honor them all, we get to choose the most divine path for ourselves and for others, and we're really coming into the purity of that as this next season approaches. And remember to celebrate the seasons as they change too. So we appreciate the end of fall here in the Northern Hemisphere. Let's take some charms from the magic box. We're going to put them into our little bowl here. So I think what we'll do is we'll take 3 of the dice out. And we'll see what we have here. This is a great way to practice our intuition, fellow wizards. So when you see a fish, what might you think? It makes me think this day, and it's always different, about always being in school. That when we're a fish and we're part of the community, that we're always working with others, learning how to swim along with others, learning how to make new formations, seek new paths, find new highs and lows and middles. So always in school is the message with the fish today. And what might your message be? Also, often with fish, I always think of there being plenty and abundance. So this one actually is really making me think of abundance of community and learning and togetherness, mutual evolution. And here, this kind of looks like, is it a cassette or a letter? I think it's a letter. Yes, other people are like, what's a cassette? So this letter, I think it's speaking again about communication here and how it can be fun. It can be fun to send letters, actually. It can be, we have these fun emojis and stickers and things these days. So how we can really, have fun with letter writing. And also a little message here about how we can write in the morning, just an automatic writing. In other words, put our pen to paper and just let whatever comes out flow out, and how that can be a letter to ourselves. And in the artist's way, they talk about that being something that helps ourselves get out of our own way so that we're able to be more creative. So by writing those letters to ourselves and perhaps to others, we had that card that says ask for what you want here. So if we're looking at ask for what you want, part of that might be writing a letter or really clarifying with ourselves so that we can be clear with others about what we'd like when we ask for what we want. We can put that into letter form, and that's actually a great way to be manifesting our highest timeline there, and exploring what we'd like to be writing into our stories as I imagine our own world. And here, this one is the arrow, and it really makes me think of following the arrow where it points. So what is your joy? What lights you up? What is on that highest timeline? And how can we aim for that? And so I think that's a beautiful little reading. And I think let's grab a couple more of these charms. Put them in here. Dharma hair too. For good luck. I see 2 wings. Look at that. Can you see them? There's a wing here and a wing here. And so that's really, oh, actually, it's 3 wings. Look at that. Huh? Amazing. So let's actually take these ones out so we can see our charms better. Thank you to Divination Dice for coming in today. And so there's our wings, our golden wings. And again, that's like a talk about flying together in unison, as we were talking about with the school. Actually, it could look like a tail too, right? The school of fish, and also a flock of birds together creating community. Beautiful. I love that. Put them back in. And what else do we have here? The music note. And when voices come together, they make harmony. And as we gather together with our beautiful intentions, we create this harmony, these melodies, these connections and vibrations and frequency that creates for the greatest good. And I'm so grateful to be able to co-create with you in this moment here, whenever this timeless little reading finds you. And what else do we have for our divination dice here? We have, yeah, that good old cross, and there's the intuition reminder there is just to not be a martyr, to not play, the fact that we have to do much of anything. Really, we are here to live out our highest timeline, as we said with the arrow, and that means following where our arrow points, with love and with respect, actually doing what lights us up and not playing the martyr, because as I've joked before, that it's not even a good look on Jesus Christ, and we know he's one of the best. So what else do we have? The dragonfly transformation, it also really has sort of a resilience. It's able to live in the water and in the air. So you might be feeling very resilient right now. Been through a lot, still flying. Really excited about the fact that we are so adaptable, that we can go into the water, that we can be in the air, that we can fly through the sparks of the fire, that we can land on the earth, that we're one with all of the elements. And all of the elementals, our fairy friends that gave us the reading earlier. Thank you to them, as well as we come, oh yes, with death comes rebirth. And as we are in this full moon energy right now of Taurus, which is quite grounding and getting us to look at some patterns that we might need to break, and also some organization and foundations that we might want to build, lists we might want to make, and this full illumination of things, the endings and the beginnings. So full moon is the end of that cycle as it becomes full and illuminated, and then we work back towards the new moon, which will be new beginnings. And so it's just like that. Life is a cycle, and it's a beautiful one, and it's nothing to be scared of. Absolutely not. It's part of nature, just like this beautiful dish that we have our charms in. And last but not least, the rocking horse. And that's really a reminder to play with that inner child, to love the masculine and feminine polarities of our inner child, because they're very different, and we all have both. And so to protect both sides, and to do that with other people that we love, also to understand that they are also little inner children, and that we can respect where they might be coming from and what their needs are, because our cards were ask for what you want, right? And let the universe and other people know what we need, so we can encourage our friends and family and co-workers and stuff to be clear with us and respect what they need with their little inner children. They might be feeling, dark about it and not want to ask, but if we show them a safe place, they're going to be able to do that. And that's really what it's talking about here with that. The sun is protected too, which is like the inner child masculine. So it's safe for us to ask for help in places where we might be like, no, I need to take care of this by myself. So we are protected as we explore the world. And then this one here saying the answers come in winter. So maybe a lot of clarity coming in, and also a lot of playtime for our inner children of both polarities. So thank you so much for flying into the tree hive in the sky this evening, and we'll see you again very soon, sending a special blast of cosmic rainbow energy your way right now, fellow wizards. Take a deep breath, breathe it in, feel it, enjoy it, and it will be coming your way evermore. See you again soon. Bye.